Hey friends, welcome back to the vlog. If you're new here, my name is Angela D and I am vlogging about anything and everything, but most especially about being a single millennial in Los Angeles, being a single foster mom, and surviving COVID-19. I thought I would just hop on real quick. Mr. Man is right back there. We're at the pediatrician. We're not socially distancing because he has a couple of health issues going on right now and he's getting some vaccines. It is not an emergency, but it is problems that need to get fixed. It's a bunch of little things compounding, so needed to bring him in. My pediatrician, it's the DCFS pediatrician, they have canceled all other appointments basically, unless you do have like compounding issues or it's an emergency. Otherwise they're putting everything else on hold. I thought I would get on here real quick and talk to you about some of the changes in foster care since COVID-19 has reared its ugly head. I haven't kept up with this vlog as much as I wanted to initially, but life gets in the way. I've worked every weekday since I've had him for the last 7 weeks, and I've even worked some weekends. So, and then, you know, juggling a newborn. So I haven't had a lot of time. I'm gonna, fingers crossed, get better about that, especially because we're socially distancing. Maybe I'll have a little more time to hop on and talk to you about certain things. Some main differences in foster parenting now versus foster parenting before the virus came to the States is that visits are canceled. Visits with pretty much everybody are canceled except for our county social worker. So our DCFS social worker still has to come to our house once a month at least to check up on the kids and make sure they're doing well, unless there's an emergency, and then you call them and then they come over more than once a month. My agency social worker, so I'm with an FFA, which is a foster family agency, or in California it's an RFA, resource family agency. She is conducting all of her weekly visits over FaceTime. So she checks in with the kids, checks in with you, makes sure that she sees them visually, which isn't the best, but like they have to go to so many homes, like they would get and pass along the virus. Oh, I think Mr. might be waking up. So we're at this appointment super early because there's no traffic, and I completely forgot about that. A drive usually takes anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour, and today it took 15 minutes just because there aren't a lot of people on the road. I think he's settling. I don't know. Yeah, anyway. So no visits from social workers except for their county worker, and all visitation or family time with parents has been canceled. A lot of it is because in order to do family time, you have to be in a public place at your foster family agency if they have space for you to do visits, or the DCFS offices. The DCFS offices are closed. Public spaces like libraries, McDonald's, other restaurants, cafes, they're all closed for sit-in diners. Parks are probably closed. I don't know. But it's been raining here the last couple days. Yes, raining in Los Angeles. So visits are basically canceled, which is really sad because I know a lot of families are close to reunification with their children, and cutting off their ability to have that bonding time is pretty detrimental. But the spread of the disease, canceling out the spread of the disease is more important because, like with my guy, he's 7 weeks old. If he caught the virus, I'm sure he'd be fine, as most babies have survived, but he would probably be pretty miserable. And then I would catch it, and then maybe his mom and bio mom and bio dad could pass it on to someone else. So it's better just to cancel. What I have done with his bio parents is I set up an email account under his government name, so not Buster, but his real name, and I welcomed them to download Skype and said that I would Skype with them, but I don't know if they have the means to have Skype, so they haven't been able to do that. But I did start an email address and have been emailing videos, and then they have my Google Voice number, so I've been regularly texting them photos. Like from the beginning, from the 7 weeks ago, I text a photo almost every day, just so they can see him and know he's doing well. And I usually give them an update at visits because I've started to monitor visits, which I will get into in another video. But yeah, so that is a big change. Another big change with COVID-19 is the availability for daycare. So my little guy hasn't started daycare yet. He's only 7 weeks. There are some daycares that take them younger. I visited a few. I wasn't super happy with them. LA has very little resources for daycares, but also just very little daycares in general. It's mostly just nannies. We have a big nanny culture. We have multi-generational family culture. So if the mom or dad are out, usually the grandpa or the aunt or the uncle, whoever will watch them. And a lot of our daycares are either in-home. There are very few that are like kinder care or or La Petite Academy. Like we have maybe 1 or 2 in the entire county, but not that many. Oh, my little fussy man. Hold on, I'm gonna go check up on him again. He's completely asleep. His eyes are closed, but he's just fussing because he hates the car seat. Daycare availability, they've shut down most of the daycares unless you are like an essential worker. I think your nanny or some daycares are allowed to stay open. I don't know. That's a big deal for a lot of foster families in LA. So another thing that's a big deal is people that are hoarding supplies. So it is understandable that when you are trying to prepare yourself like for 3 weeks of an emergency, that you get extra supplies. So that's what I did. So fast forward through this story. I got more than I usually do, but I didn't go crazy and buy like 300 of the items I have. So that's a big problem. Then the fact that everybody is trying to stock up for 2 to 3 weeks of emergency supplies puts a lot of pressure on the grocery stores, who are getting their normal amount of shipments, but just don't have enough for every family to get 2 or 3 weeks supplies at once. And then some people are buying formula and diapers and wipes to flip them, meaning they buy them at the regular price and then jack up the prices because they know people are desperate. So the good thing with me is he is still teeny tiny for his age. I'm about to go get him weighed. I'll let you know. I'll put it on the screen how much he weighs when I come back. But he's still in newborn diapers. So there are a ton of newborn diapers that are at the store, and he's also cloth diapered. So I do a combination right now just because it would be a lot to cloth diaper right now. But haven't had to worry about diapers. Another thing that people are buying is a ton of wipes. Well, my registry, which I still haven't made that video for, hopefully I will. I shot it, I just haven't edited it. But my registry, 2 or 3 different people got me big boxes of wipes. So I'm stocked with wipes for quite a while. And then formula has been really hard because people have been, especially price gouging formula. So the good thing about my guy is he's on a special formula for his reflux, and it's still like a name brand, so it's not I don't have to like mail out to get it. It's still at the grocery store, and because so many people are not on this brand of formula or this type of formula, there's not been any scarcity of his particular formula. But when I go and I see the other shelves that are just like normal Similac, normal Infamil, normal Happy Baby Organic or whatever, that's all gone. So we got kind of lucky that this boy has ridiculous reflux. And the next thing that I actually pretty much love about this COVID-19 thing is social distancing. I still have a boss who still needs me to do things as a personal assistant, but Mr. Fuss Budget, 1 second. Okay, special guest for the end of the video. I'll try to position him so you can only see the back of his head. I still have a boss that still needs me to do things. Thankfully, a lot of the businesses that I usually go to are closed. So I can do a lot of socially distancing with my little buddy. Yeah. Oh, good burp. Maybe that's why you were grouchy, because you had a little burp. I didn't take a maternity leave, obviously. I just kept on working as soon as I got my little buddy. Come here. Oh, the sun is in your eyes. Okay, sorry. Come on this side. I just kept working when I got him. So this is the closest I'm ever going to get to maternity leave, which is super nice to just be able to stay home and snuggle with him and read him Harry Potter. If you haven't seen that picture, go to my Instagram at angeladeevlogs and you can watch us, or you can see a picture of us reading the illustrated version of the first book. Hi. There's somebody getting into the car next to us. As you can see, he's wearing some nice Christmas jammies. Yes, it is almost April. These were on sale at Target for, I think, $2.30 or something like that. So I was like, yes, I will get those, because at the time I didn't have I had no preemie stuff. I had very little newborn stuff. So I said, yes, we gonna get these jammies. And they're really cute. They have little Santa Clauses on the feet. The little Santa Clauses. Another way that COVID has affected foster care is it has completely shut down or postponed court for many of these kids. So if it's not an emergency placement, or if it's not emergency guardianship, or some other emergency in relation to the kids, they're not doing any hearings at the courts. They're all being continued till May, I think. His bios had a hearing coming up. We think it's going to get postponed. which stinks because LA County's system is already so overloaded. They regularly service 30,000. 30,000? I think it's more like 30,000. Yeah. Los Angeles County courts already service over 30,000 kids in the system. It's the biggest foster care system in the United States, possibly the world. And so we were already backlogged. So COVID-19 is making us even more backlogged. As a result of the courts slowing down and not making judgments, adoptions have been postponed, reunifications have been postponed. Some reunifications have been sped up, which isn't great because, yeah, you talking on the vlog? If you speed up a reunification and the parent had been doing really well with unsupervised visits, like once a week, twice a week, and then you just kind of shove them back all at once during a time of crisis, sometimes the parents freak out and like can't handle it, and the transition back isn't as easy or as seamless, and everybody gets frustrated and it's so much harder for everyone else. But that's what's happening. This guy, it's a little ball patch. I think that's long enough for this video. I will go home from this appointment, edit it, put it up. I have some other ones that I've shot in the past, so it might be a little confusing, but this one's timely, so I wanted to put it up. Buster and I thank you for watching our channel. As always, if you'd like to see our shenanigans on social media, you can follow us at angeladeevlogs on Facebook and the same handle on Instagram. And we'll see you in the next vlog. Say bye, Buster. Say bye. Oh, he's yawning.